Welcome to In the Field with MGS. In this episode, we take a look at bluff erosion on the Lake Michigan shoreline and the work being done to improve our understanding of this issue. The geologic processes at work in the Great Lakes region impact the use, management, development, and preservation of the shoreline. Lake levels undergo short-term fluctuations due to wind and storms, annual fluctuation due to precipitation, snowmelt, and evaporation, and long-term fluctuation on a 10 to 30-year cycle. More intense storms are adding water to the Great Lakes, but the region's temperatures are also rising faster than elsewhere in the United States, accelerating evaporation. These opposing forces are causing more dramatic fluctuations of lake levels and accelerating erosion, particularly during high water years. Between a record low water level in January 2013 and a record high in July 2020, Lakes Michigan and Huron collectively swung more than 6 feet. The Great Lakes were carved by retreating glaciers, which created deep basins with steep sides. Lake Michigan's shoreline has traditionally eroded by an average of about a foot each year as the basin naturally broadens. Bluff erosion and failure happens in a cycle. First, wave erosion at the base or toe of the bluff steepens the slope. Then, the slope becomes unstable. This triggers mass wasting in the form of shallow to intermediate depth landslides, and material from the top of the bluff slides down slope until a stable slope forms along the entire bluff face. Material from the failures accumulates at the base of the slope, providing temporary wave protection. In instances of prolonged high lake level, waves continue to erode the base and the cycle repeats. During each episode of high lake levels, rates of bluff erosion increase as bluffs are exposed to higher wave energy, meaning that beachfront property is lost and structures and beaches are submerged. MGS has assisted with fieldwork to study bluff retreat. Guzalay's research combines SAR techniques with UAV surveys to detect historical and ongoing slope failure.
In the beginning, looking at like a deformation on Lakeshore, Michigan, using some remote sensing data set to see how much area deformed or uplifts or subside or what happened. After I process all the images, find out, okay, those are the spots tend to have landslide in those locations. We can do this actually just using like very fine imageries, but the problems like those imageries we couldn't be able to achieve. Okay, let's make it cheaper. I mean, we're trying to do the least cost research with the maximum effect, right? Maybe we can do a drone survey to get our own fine resolution imageries. So, and there are a number of research do like a detailed drone survey to actually extract how much area lost, how much area has changed. Okay, let's do a drone survey to combine all together to look at the whole aspect of the research. This whole research, like remote sensing aspect, you can think of like it's a very bigger scale, right? Where you're looking at the Earth from the space. And when you look at the drone, you're looking at the Earth just about like 300 feet. The SAR gives you how much displacement the area move up and down and which area actually move over time. And then the drone actually gives you a temporal variation in topography. The SAR cannot detect very fast, abrupt changes like overnight. It detects the slow deformation over a period of time. So without the drone survey, my research won't be complete. The story isn't complete until we start doing the drone survey.
Images from drone surveys can be processed to obtain 3D point data, and data from multiple flights can be compared to analyze how the bluffs have changed over time. Data from Guzalay's research is available through the U.S. Geological Survey website. You can find the link in the video description. The Michigan's Coastlines Through Time Viewer, developed by the Great Lakes Research Center, is another great source of general information about historic shorelines, rates of change, and bluff retreat risk. Strategies for managing risk from shoreline erosion fall into 4 main categories. First is relocation. In some cases, moving a home away from the bluff may be a less expensive and more effective solution. Some new construction is even developed using modular techniques to make relocation easier. Practices for improving bluff stability include managing runoff and groundwater flow, establishing vegetation, and physically regrading or terracing the bluff. Structural shore protection methods use hard structures to reduce shore erosion by protecting the shore from strong waves. These include revetments, seawalls, and groins. Hard structures can cut off downstream beaches from replenishing sands. When waves hit seawalls, water reflects back toward the lake, pulling sand further from the shoreline. The force gradually pulls the sand deeper into the lake until it can no longer replenish the beach. When enough sand in front of a seawall washes away, the wall will fall forward or otherwise fail. Nature-based shore protection methods are man-made features designed to mimic nature. These include living shorelines and beach nourishment. Appropriate design and installation techniques can minimize soil erosion, reduce sediment pollution, minimize future impacts to slopes, and reduce overall costs. Your local conservation district often has information regarding the most effective site stabilization techniques for the area. Make sure to work with a qualified engineer and contact EGLE and the Army Corps of Engineers about permitting requirements for any shoreline construction projects.